Wow, I did not expect that whatsoever. Okay, the Chicago Bears have signed linebacker Tremaine Edmunds, Pro Bowl linebacker, two-time Pro Bowl linebacker Tremaine Edmunds, to a 4-year deal worth $72 million with $50 million guaranteed. And it's going to be a front-loaded deal too, according to Ian Rappaport. I'm not sure the exact details of the contract, the exact structure, but I'm assuming most of this money is going to be at the beginning of the contract, the first 2 years, because obviously the Bears have so much money to spend. What's going on, guys? I'm back with another Chicago Bears free agency update video. Definitely a lot more fun than last year. Okay, we're actually spending money because, like I've been saying, the Bears have so much money to spend. Okay, we had about $90 million before free agency started. Before we did the DJ Moore trade, we acquired DJ Moore, we acquired Tremaine Edmunds, we acquired TJ Edwards, we acquired Nate Davis too, and we still have, I'm not sure exactly how much money we have, but probably about 50 million if I had to guess, depending on the structures of the contract. So even after making all these big time signings, okay, guys that are really damn good football players that are going to help the Chicago Bears win football games next year, even after all that, we still have more money to spend, because that's what Ryan Poles put us in position to do after last year not spending any money at all, basically tanking the season. And man, like I said, I did not expect this signing whatsoever. Okay, I thought that after the Bears sign TJ Edwards, they're probably not going to go after another linebacker, especially a bigger price one, a star one, but that's exactly what they did, okay? And I'm not going to complain whatsoever, because if you look at the money, yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for an inside linebacker, off the ball linebacker, but the Chicago Bears scheme does require a will linebacker that can move, that can, go side to side, that can make plays on the ball like a Tremaine Edmunds. And Tremaine Edmunds is only 24 years old, okay? He's younger than a rookie from last year, Velus Jones. He's only 24 damn years old, okay? So the youth is unbelievable. I mean, this guy is still not even close to reaching his prime as a football player in the NFL, which is pretty scary to think about, because he's already been a two-time Pro Bowl linebacker, one of the best linebackers in the NFL, and now he gives the Chicago Bears a nasty linebacking core, okay? And Tremaine Edmunds at will, TJ Edwards at Mike, and then Sam Becker is going to be Jack Sanborn, okay, a guy that also performed really well last year. So all of a sudden, the Chicago Bears have one of the best linebacking cores in the NFL, okay, on paper, okay? Obviously, this all has to translate on the football field. They have to develop chemistry together. They have to learn the system, although they've already played in similar systems, so learning the system won't be that big of a challenge. But man, on paper, we just heavily upgraded the middle of our defense. And like I said, one of the best linebacking cores probably in the NFL. So big time move by Ryan Poles, adding a superstar on the defense like this. Okay, obviously he traded away Roquan Smith and he paid Tremaine Edmunds basically similar money, a little bit less obviously, but he clearly does value the linebacker position more than us Bears fans thought after he traded away Roquan. He just did not value Roquan Smith as much as we thought in the scheme. He thought that Roquan Smith probably was not the best fit in the scheme, and he probably didn't like Roquan and his antics before the season started. So totally okay with replacing Roquan with TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmunds, and also getting Jack Sanborn for basically around the same price. Okay, when you combine all their contracts together, obviously a little bit more for the three of them, but still, okay, it's fantastic value for the Chicago Bears. But let's talk more about Tremaine Edmunds now, what he's going to bring exactly to the Chicago Bears. Tremaine Edmunds is an athletic freak, okay? 6'5", weighs 249 pounds, very long and lengthy arms. Okay, if you look at pictures of this guy, he looks like a creative player on Madden. I mean, insane long arms, very long legs too, obviously. And if you look at his athleticism, off the charts. Okay, at the combine, he tested it as one of the best linebackers of all time in terms of athleticism. Really fast, ran a 4.5 40-yard dash, fantastic 10-yard split as well. He can explode to the ball carrier, has sideline to sideline speed. He can keep up with the speedier guys in coverage that he's going to have to go up against in the NFL, and he's done that at a fantastic rate, okay, being one of the best coverage linebackers in the entire NFL during his time with the Buffalo Bills. And Matt Eberflus, in his will backer, he really needs a guy that is a fantastic athlete that can make plays on the ball. That's not really what we've had so far in this linebacking core after we traded away Roquan Smith. And even though Roquan was a fantastic athlete, very fast guy, he was not nearly as big or as long as Tremaine Edmunds. I mean, it's not even close. Roquan was undersized to be a linebacker, a will linebacker in this scheme. So, adding Tremaine Edmunds, who has the same coverage ability as Roquan, but is bigger and lengthier, I think is an upgrade potentially, right? Because he's also performed really well during his time with the Buffalo Bills. Okay, hard-hitting guy, instinctual guy. He knows where to be. He knows where to go. And with this athleticism, with this insane athletic traits. You know, he can do things that other linebackers in the NFL cannot do. And that's a perfect compliment, you know, putting him alongside a Jack Sanborn or a TJ Edwards, who are fantastic run defending linebackers, right? But not necessarily crazy athletes. Putting an elite athlete like TJ Edwards at the will linebacker spot, which the will linebacker is supposed to make plays, you know, tackling guys, supposed to make plays, getting sacks, you know, blitzing on occasion, supposed to make plays in coverage. And he can do that now because he is surrounded, you know, with two pretty good run defending strong linebackers in TJ Edwards and Jack Sanborn. If we read you guys' stats from the last, you know, 5 years of his career, obviously really, really good. Okay, so 2022, the last year, he had 102 combined tackles. He had 6 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits, 1 sack, 7 passes defended too, which is pretty big, and 1 interception too. Before that, you know, 108 total tackles, 7 tackles for loss, you know, 1 quarterback hit, you know, pretty decent amount of pass defended too. 2020 was his Pro Bowl year, and he had 119 total tackles that year, 4 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits. He had 2 sacks, you know, 3 passes defended, and you can read the other stats too. Okay, during his rookie year, he actually had 2 sacks, and I think that in this scheme, you know, he will be blitzing on occasion more than he did maybe in the Buffalo Bills defense. So you probably are going to see him have his sack number climb to maybe, hopefully, you know, 4 or 5. That would be pretty nice. Okay, if you do send him on blitzes on occasion, which we have seen can be possible in this, you know, in this defense. Probably not as often, but still, every once in a while, he could blitz the quarterback, and he does have the, you know, insane long arms to get to the quarterback and put his hands on the quarterback and get them into the dirt. So all around, just a really good linebacker. Okay, one of the best linebackers in the entire NFL, and he's getting better and better because he's only 24 years old. Okay, next year is going to be his age 25 season, which, like I mentioned, younger than Velus Jones, our rookie from last year. Just absolutely insane. So it's a pricey contract for sure. So people will ask, why are you investing all this money only on linebackers? Why not invest on the defensive line? Well, we can still invest on the defensive line too in the draft or in free agency because we still have so many assets to spend. So this is not going to be the last, you know, big signing probably by Ryan Poles. So don't, you know, completely freak out if you didn't want to spend this much money on linebacker. But, you know, to spend money, at least we are getting a proven star with that money, not overpaying a guy that doesn't deserve that much money. For example, I saw a lot of Bears fans wanting Mike McGlinchey, the right tackle, to be signed by the Bears, but he got an insane amount of money, okay, about like 17.5, 18 million per year, which for an average tackle, that's not worth the money. Okay, you're supposed to be getting superstars with that amount of money. And, you know, even though the Bears, you know, they haven't signed an offensive tackle yet, we got a star linebacker, okay, a proven star linebacker with that money, and we can maybe draft offensive tackle at, I don't know, pick number 9. Maybe you could go for Paris Johnson Jr., Peter Skoronski if you think his arms are long enough to handle the NFL, right? There's going to be offensive tackle options in the NFL, and there's also guys out there still. Not guys, okay, there's only one guy out there now, right tackle, Caleb McGarry, which, you know, could still be on the table for the Chicago Bears, who's a better option at tackle than a Mike McGlinchey. So, you know, even though some Bears fans disagree with spending this much on inside linebacker, because obviously linebackers been devalued in the NFL as of late, I think this is a pretty solid scheme fit that's going to turn into, you know, stud for the Chicago Bears, a young stud that's going to be in Chicago for hopefully many, many years to come, and maybe be one of those generational type of linebackers, okay, like a Brian Urlacher or like a Lance Briggs or a Mike Singletary. I'm getting way too ahead of myself because those are lofty names to put him in comparison with, but who knows, okay, he's only 24 years old, anything could happen. He's a star, so far he has been, and he's only getting better. I mean, hopefully he will with the Chicago Bears. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below, but as always, bear down.